Hey guys, good evening. Guys, if you are able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box. Okay, thanks for the confirmation, guys. Good evening, everyone. So let's begin. So let's continue wherever we have stopped yesterday. So I'll just open the notes for you. We'll just go according to the notes. So yesterday I have covered a good number of topics, and today also we are going to look into some new topics as part of HTML that is required for learning. Okay, whatever the prerequisite HTML that is required for Selenium, only the basics of HTML we are learning. We are not learning HTML in depth. Okay, so let's go here and see till where we have went already. We completed frames, we completed tables, order list, unordered list. This is not required. Text fields I covered, password button I covered. Now, next thing is radio buttons and checkbox fields, and the other one we have is the submit button, reset button. These 4 items. Okay, the next 4 items we have in this session is radio buttons, checkbox fields, submit button, and reset button. I'm going to show you the radio buttons first. So here I'll go here and create a new file, guys. Okay, I'll create a new file. Yeah, HTML /HTML, and here I'll write down a tag /body, sorry, /head body /body. Like this, I'll create some basic structure of HTML, and then I'll just save as. And in the downloads folder, at whatever the location in your machine, you can just save this file with some name. Say all types, and here select one of the file, like say HTML file 1. Here I'll say file2.html and save it. That's it. Okay, the moment you do that, we got this Notepad++ editor able to highlight. Now title, here I'll write down radio buttons and checkbox fields. Okay, checkbox fields related stuff I'm going to cover in this session. This will be the title of the page. And coming to the body, I'll write down the body as, what is the tag name? Tell me, guys, what is the tag name? Whether it is text box field, or whether it is a password field, or whether it is a button. Okay, in all the cases we have which tag name? Input tag name. Now coming to the radio buttons, checkbox fields. For all these things also we have to use the same tag numbers. Okay, so what is the tag name for creating the radio buttons? Input. Everyone type in the chat box. Input is the same tag name that we have to use. Yesterday we covered this, right? Text box field, same input tag we have used. For creating a password field, where whatever the text you enter will be, the visibility of that particular text can be toggled. Okay, that is a password field. Input tag only. For creating a button, input type is equal to button. Here input type is equal to password. Input type is equal to text. Type attribute value is changing. One of the attribute, this input tag can decide which type of input element that is. Okay, whether it is a text box field type of input element, or whether it is a password type of input element, or whether it is a button type of input element. Now came the radio button. Here also you have to give the input. That means you have to select an option, right? That is also considered as an input. So here coming to the radio button, we have the input tag only, guys. We have to give the input tag only. Okay, there is no other separate tag. Okay, input type is equal to what? I have to give the attribute value. Type attribute value as what? Input type is equal to text or password or button or what it can be. Yes, radio is the type. You are right, Ram. It's a radio. If you give the type of this input tag type attribute value as radio, save this, okay, and go to the location where it is saved and open that file in any of the browser. Go to the location where this particular thing got saved. Radio is the correct answer, not text. Text is means text box field will be created. If you say text means text box field will be created. If you say password means password field will be created. If you say button means button will be created. Okay. But if I say radio means radio button will be created. Got it? So Whoever is giving the answer as radio, that is correct. Kavya, is it clear for you? What is the type of the input field for the radio buttons? Is it clear, Kavya? It's radio. Okay, it's nothing but radio. Yeah, fine. Here I save this file. Right click on this, and whatever the browser you want to open, you can open. You can open in the Edge browser also, not a problem. That's also looking good for us. You see there is a radio button came. I can select that radio option. Can you see the radio button, small radio button? I can just see. Just zoom it a bit so that you guys can see. Refresh. You see it's coming unselected. I can select it. Okay, that's the radio button. Now I want to give some, let's say, I'll do something like this. Okay, I'll write something like gender. Select your select gender. Select gender, or otherwise select vehicle. I'll say otherwise I can give more example, more better example. So select vehicle. Select your vehicle. Okay. So here, when you select your vehicle, here I'll write BR. You understand we have to go to the new line. So I'm just giving BR. Let's see how it goes. And here I'll say input type is equal to radio, and I'll just give an text like car colon. Okay. Then bike colon. Okay. Input type is equal to again radio. Select only one vehicle. Okay, select only one vehicle. Clearly, I'm mentioning select to only one vehicle from this list. Okay. Then I'll say car, bike. Okay. So bus. I'll say bus. Okay. Input type is equal to select your transport type. Okay. Select your transport type. Let's give some different example. Otherwise, okay. So this is the one. Radio, again another radio button, and here train. Input type is equal to radio. Like that, any number of radio buttons you can create. Flight. Input type is equal to radio again. I'll save this. Once I save this, and go and refresh this file here in this browser HTML file 2.html. When I refresh, you see select your transport type. Lot of BRs. This much of BRs are not required. I'll go here. I'll just remove the BR here and save this and refresh here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good for me. Select your transport type, whether it is car or bike or bus or train or flight. Only one option I have to select. Okay. Select only one option in this. But here I'm able to select car. I'm able to select bike. I'm able to select bus. I'm able to select train. I'm able to select flight. Is that a correct approach for radio buttons? Tell me guys, is it correct to select multiple radio buttons? Is the radio buttons functionality designed for that? No. You should, if you select car means, if you select bike means car option should go off. If you select bus means this bus option and bike option should not be selected. Okay. But here I'm able to select because the problem with this is they are not grouped together. All these radio buttons look wise, it feels like car, bike, bus, train, and flight are together. You can select one of the option. But in HTML, we didn't mention anywhere that all these options are part of this section. Okay, we didn't mention that. How to do that? For that, we have to use an attribute known as name attribute. Everyone type in the chat box the type of the attribute that you have to provide to group this radio buttons together so that only one option at a time can be selected. Name attribute. I'll say name vehicle. Okay. This copy paste, same name, same attribute value you have to give the further. We want to group all these radio buttons together. To the name attribute, I have to give the same name. So the name can be duplicated. Guys, multiple elements on the web page can have the same name, yes or no? This proves that multiple elements on the web page can have the same name, yes or no? Name attribute, yes or no? Yes. Multiple elements on the web page can have the same name, and name is actually used for grouping the radio buttons. One of the case where name can be used is for grouping this multiple radio buttons together as a group. Now, after I group this with the help of, after I connect all these radio buttons with the help of same name, now the browser is very clever that it will understand the HTML code and it will understand that all these radio buttons are coming from the name. Name is equal to some attribute value, which is same attribute value. So in that case, it will consider all these radio buttons belong to a single group. And when I refresh this time, after giving that name, when I refresh this time, if I select car and if I select bike, what is happening, guys? Is the car option going off? Bus, train, flight. At a time, how many options I can select in this group? Now at a time, how many options I can select? Tell me, guys, how many options I am able to select here? Can I select multiple options? No. How this is possible? How this is possible? With the help of which attribute it is possible? With the help of which attribute it is possible? Yes, name attribute. That's correct. With the help of name attribute, we can group these radio buttons and we can select only one option at a time. That's the purpose of the radio buttons generally. So I hope everyone is clear with the radio buttons now. Hope everyone is clear with the radio buttons. Input type radio, you can give the labels, or we can give like this also, guys. In between the input tags, we can give name attribute for grouping. We can write in a different way. Let's say instead of giving the labels like this, I'll write name car / input. I'll write. Let's see what will happen. So if there is a way we can do like this, it's better to do like that only, right? Bike I will take. Okay. If you don't want to give the labels like that, you can give like this also / input. Then bus, right from here. Bus / input. Then train, cut, train / input. Then flight, cut, and flight / input. Save. That's it. You just save it. Okay. Once you save it and come back here and refresh here, you see this kind of way it will come now. Okay. The labels are not coming before that. After the radio button you are getting. Okay. You see this car radio button. This is bike. This is bus. This is train. This is flight. Okay. So there are two ways of writing these labels surrounding these radio buttons. And this is one of the way. Okay. Either you can follow that way or this way is also possible, where in between the input tags we can give the, okay, car, bike, bus, train, and flight. I can give like that. Okay. For every radio button, the label will come. Okay. After the radio button, a label, okay, will come. The car option is selected, bike option is selected, bus is selected, train is selected, and flight is selected. So everyone clear so far with these radio buttons? If it is clear, just type C in the chat box. Guys, if you are clear with the radio button, type C in the chat box. I'm only covering at a high level. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, can we give that name attribute to any other value rather than this vehicle name?
I didn't get that. Name attribute to?
So we are assigning name equal to vehicle, right, sir?
Yes, yes. You can give any
So
name. It cannot be only vehicle. You can give anything. V1 also you can give, no problem.
Okay. Any name we can give.
Any name. There is a value have to be same to group them together. Okay. For example, if I group like this, V1, 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 V1. Okay. A random name I'm taking and refresh here. Still it will work in the same fashion. But if I give something like V1, 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 V2, V2, what happens? These three radio buttons belong to one group, and these two radio buttons belong to another group. So I'll be able to select out of these three radio buttons only one. But here, okay, just I have to refresh here. Sorry. You see, got it? In these two radio buttons, only one radio button. In these three radio buttons, only one radio button I can select. Got it now? Why? They are grouped separately. Okay. You can give any name. It can be vehicle, it can be anything, it can be whatever, you know. I gave the vehicle because all car, bike, bus, train, flight, transport also you can say otherwise. Okay. You want to give a better name, let's say transport. Okay. Transport you can say. Okay. Name transport. This is also fine. There's no particular thing like you have to give vehicle only. It's not like that. Okay. Clear for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can give anything. This value is your wish. These are all predefined stuff, but value can be anything.
Arun, grouping can only be happen using name tag, or we can also use the class tag just to group.
Class tag is for CSS. Basically, we use class for CSS purpose. Okay. That will come. I'll explain you. Okay. Class related stuff I'll explain. But for now, grouping of this name is also having a different purpose. But in case of radio buttons, we can use a name attribute for grouping purpose. Okay. Like that. Every attribute has its own variety. Okay. Okay. It will work in a different way. It will work in a different way, right? So I'll explain that so that it will be clear for you going ahead. So for every case, I have to take the different scenario, situation, and then explain. Okay. Then creating the checkbox fields. Okay. Only what will be the different? Here also input is there. Here also input is there. Here also type is there. Here also type is there. Here radio is there. Here what is there? Checkbox is there. Okay. Checkbox field. So if you want to create, here I'll write something like a chart so that some horizontal line will come separating this section and that section. Now, select your favorite fruits. I'm not saying fruit, I'm saying fruits. Okay. If I have to select multiple options, what is the best way? Radio button or checkbox? If I have to select multiple options, which one will be better? Here I'm not saying, here I'm select your favorite transport type. Only type I am saying. That means only one option I have to select. Here I am saying select your favorite fruits. I am saying. Can I select multiple fruits or not if they are saying like that? Right? In that case, do you have to create a radio buttons or checkbox fields here? If I am saying fruits means in the web UI, you have to create radio buttons. Radio buttons means only one option at a time I have to select. But coming to checkbox fields, you can select multiple options, right? You can select multiple options. Whenever you have a requirement of selecting multiple options, don't go for the radio buttons. It's better you go for the checkbox fields. Okay. So I'll create input type is equal to, here instead of radio, I have to say checkbox. Checkbox. Okay. Everyone type in the chat box. What is the value you have to mention? It's not checkbox you have to type. Complete checkbox you have to type. Okay. Radio checkbox. For checkbox fields, it's checkbox. Everyone type in the chat box checkbox so that you'll remember. Yeah. Here I'll say orange slash input. I'll give some famous fruits. Okay. Type is equal to mango. Most of the people will have mango as their favorite food here in India. Sorry, sir. Checkbox I would write. Checkbox. checkbox. Yes. And checkbox. And here I'll say mango. That's correct. Now input. Selecting all these things. Yeah. Input. Type is equal to checkbox. Apple, that's also another famous fruit we have, right? The market. Input type is equal to yes. Checkbox. Grapes. So let's go with this list. That will be enough. Okay. This 4 items will be enough for now. Or if you want another item, I'll write one more item last. Okay. So you can give any number of checkbox fields here. Okay. Checkbox, and say banana slash input, which is a famous fruit, regular common fruits I am writing here. Okay. Now save this. Now we'll get the checkbox fields, right? Now refresh here and see, select your favorite fruits. You got orange, you can select mango, you can select apple. If all of these fruits are my favorite, I can select everything. I can select 4 of the 5. I can select 3 of the 5. I can select alternative things. It's up to me. Okay. Or if I like mango and grapes, I can select. Whatever the way I want to select, I want to select. But is a name attribute required in this case? Is a name attribute required in this case? In this case, it is required because only one option I have to select. Here, multiple options. Is a name attribute required? It feels like no. But it is still required. Even after grouping all the checkbox fields together, you can select multiple options with checkbox. No need to worry that when you provide name attribute for this checkbox fields, you should not think that, okay, when you provide name attribute for all the checkbox fields, same name attribute if I give, you should not think that, okay, only one checkbox you will be able to select. You still will be able to select multiple checkbox field despite of giving the name attribute. But as part of the best practices, okay, whether it may be radio button or whether it is a checkbox field Okay, if all these checkbox fields belong to a single category, because this orange, mango, apple, grapes, bananas belongs to this selection of fruits category, right? So we have to group them, guys. No matter what, we have to group them. It's not required that you can select only one option. That is not the purpose. Grouping is important, guys. Okay, grouping is important. So we have to give the name attribute here also. Fruit, I'll say, because it's you can give anything. You can give F1 also. You can give fruit also. Okay. You can give fruit. Okay, so it's okay to give, guys. Okay, it's okay to give. No problem here. So if I give the name is equal to fruit, that means will I be able to only select one checkbox option? Do you think so? Guys, can I select one option or multiple options? Or despite of giving name? Will I able to select one option or multiple options? Even though I group them, doesn't mean that even though I group them as part of the single section, we have as part of best practice, I have to give here. Here it's mandatory. In radio buttons, if you don't group them, you can select multiple radio buttons. That is a problem. But in checkbox fields, even though you give name for grouping purpose, that doesn't impact the way the checkbox fields work. Still, you will be able to select multiple checkbox fields, guys. Okay, multiple checkbox fields. Still, you will be able to select. You see. I can still select, right? I can still select. I will refresh and again tell you. You see, I can select whatever I want. I can deselect also. I can deselect also. Here, if I select one, can I deselect the radio button? Once I select the radio button, can I deselect the radio button? No, I have to change it, but I cannot deselect it. But in checkbox fields, I can select, deselect, select, deselect, select, deselect. Okay. And also multiple options I can select despite of grouping them using the name attribute in checkbox field. We can select multiple options here. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. Whereas in radio buttons, after grouping them into one category, out of all the radio buttons, only one radio buttons you can select. If name attribute is not given for these radio buttons, I can select all the radio buttons. That is not a correct functionality. So in radio buttons, name attribute is mandatory. In checkbox fields, name attribute is not mandatory, but it's a best practice so that you know that as part of HTML, you know that all this checkbox belongs to the same category. Okay. You want to select the list of fruits that you like from the list. Okay. So fine. So anyhow, we are going to give the name attribute, whether that is a radio button or checkbox field. But when you give the name for radio buttons, only one you can select. When I give the name attribute for grouping for this checkbox field, I can select multiple fruits. I can select multiple fruits. Okay, fine. Anyone new to this batch? Guys, anyone new to this batch? Has anyone joined today?
Yes, sir. This is Vikas.
Yes.
Yeah, because you
Sir.
joined. You just type me in the chat box so that I understand who has joined today. Anyone joined today, just type me in the chat box. Anyone who has joined today, just type me in the chat box. Vikas has joined today. Ashish, Brahmi, Vishnu, Arti. What is your name, Arti? Short form is there.
Sir, already I am current batch one, sir.
You are from batch one?
Yes, sir. Because of you are pinned in WhatsApp, HTML is continue for today. Like that, I am asking the non-technical to technical series, or this is different one, no, sir.
This is not the non-tech to tech series. Okay, this is a different one. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
This is for Selenium. We are learning HTML here. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So whoever has joined today, I'll just give a small update for you because someone are waiting, someone are not waiting. So you have this, you are joined this WhatsApp group, right? You joined this WhatsApp group, right? Just go to the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group that you have joined. If you have joined today, you will be part of this WhatsApp group. Okay. This is not the non-technical to technical series. This is a HTML Selenium Java series only, where I'm explaining you whatever the HTML basics that are required for Selenium automation. Okay. But here, just see here. Here, if you go to the description of this group, somewhere you will see this link, guys. This Google Drive link. Copy that Google Drive link. Go to a browser like Opera, which works well with Google Drive videos, and whatever the registered email you have given for registering to this course. Okay, you log in into that Gmail, and then in another tab, open this Google Drive link, and here you will see a batch 2 folder. 8 p.m. IST folder will be there. In that, go to Selenium Java folder. Go inside the Selenium Java folder, and you will see that some basic videos are created. Okay. In batch one, I didn't explain HTML also, guys. For batch one people, I didn't explain HTML. Later, when they asked, I think I covered, but in the initial moments, I didn't cover HTML for them. For batch two, I'm covering, guys. So take advantage of that. Here, 3 topics I have covered so far. Introduction to Selenium, basic introduction to Selenium that everyone has to know. 3 videos. Okay, a lot of 1 hour will be the content, but another 1 hour is doubts clearing will be there. And second thing is Selenium ID related. Selenium ID at a high level, which we don't use in real time, that I covered in the 4th session. And coming to the 5th, 6th, 7th, these are the 3 sessions on HTML basics for Selenium. So with this HTML knowledge, you can understand locators concept very well. So what I request you guys who have joined today, that 4 people who have joined today, right? Or anyone who doesn't know about this, go to this folder of batch 2, and you have access to other things also. If you see outside, there are a lot of things of batch 1 and all the things are there. Don't worry about all this content. Simply, you guys have to simply go to batch 2 only. These are some extra things that you can access, that you can access from batch 1 also. But go to the batch 2, 8 p.m. IST folder, in the Selenium Java folder. You start from the 7 videos. Today is the 8th session, day 8. Okay, today is the day 8. Okay, these are very basic videos I'm covering for now. So go with the day 8, guys. Go till the day 1 to day 8, whatever today's session, and try to understand the stuff. If you don't understand any, these are very basic. I don't think anyone can understand these things. Okay. So if you don't understand anything, you can ask me at the end of the sessions. No need, no issues. Okay. Got it, guys? Clear? Everyone clear who has newly joined?
Hi, Arun.
Yeah, hi.
Arun, how from previous 2-3 days you are explaining HTML?
Yes.
I'm not getting notes. Where you are saving your notes?
Oh, actually, I have to share here, but I'm kind of busy. But I'm uploading I already uploaded the video. Notes I am not sharing. Here you have to see the notes. Okay. I think till what session I have uploaded, mostly by till day 5 uploaded. Okay, the notes and all. Today's and yesterday's I'll upload today. Okay. The recording is already uploaded in the Google Drive. I just have to provide this. Okay. Same notes, right? I didn't upload this. Day 6 also same notes. Okay. There's no change in the notes. And coming to the day 6 recording, here I'll provide generally part 2, HTML part 2, and I'll go to the Google Drive link where I have shown you just now. This 5th one, right? Share. This is HTML only, so you don't have to worry much. Okay. So like this, I generally share every day. Okay. Sometimes I forget, so you can remind me, guys. I'll try to, put it on. At least I try to upload it to the video here, but yeah, so after giving the assignment, right, I'll post the day 7 also. Okay, don't worry. Fine.
Yeah.
To see my notes on Evernote, you don't have to install Evernote, guys. These notes will open directly. Just click on the notes; it will open in the browser. You don't have to have any software. Okay, is that fine?
Yeah, we are unable to download this file.
Yeah, you can download also. You can simply say print or save as, it will be saved. Okay. You just print. You can say print and save as PDF and save. It will be saved into your machine if you want. Okay. And if you have software, you can copy also.
I'm not unable to save the copy.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, because what the you will have already, the notes will be there. I'll not remove them. Okay. You can go to this and open if you want. Or if you still want to save it in offline purpose, if you want to read or something, save as and desktop. Okay. So save it as HTML file. You can save it and go to the location where it got saved in your machine. So just now I saved, right, where it got saved. Let's see. On the desktop, I think so I saved. Let's go to the same thing. 1 minute. I'll definitely share the notes. It doesn't matter. Okay. I have to share at any cost. Maybe it may sometimes it may take some time, but I'll definitely share. Okay. I'll go to this desktop or something. Desktop, and here already desktop location.
Arun, can you share the sample web pages that you have created? No.
I can share if you want. If you really want, I can share them. But what I can do here is I'm doing that in GitHub, I think so. if I remember, batch 2, right? This sample HTML files you want?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do
So
that.
it is very easy to revise entire class
Sure,
if
sure, no
you share
problem.
the files.
You see, first of all, I'll address the first question, like how to save this. Okay, you can save this as HTML or PDF and open them, it will open. Okay, it's not opening. HTML it is not working, it seems. You cannot save as HTML. Save it as a different thing. So go here and go to the notes. Yeah, I'll come to that. The files that I'm demonstrating, right? At the end of the session, I'll show you how to upload. I'll upload and give you the GitHub link. So here, if you see, right click, say print. Okay, right click on my notes on the Chrome browser. After opening the notes on the Chrome browser, right click and say print. And here save as PDF will be there. So you can scroll down and see all the notes are there or not. Save. And wherever you want to save, you can save it on your machine and save it. That's it. Okay. This way, right? And also we are coming with a different plan, but I didn't get time to work on that. Where you will find everything in a single place that we are still working. Ashish has already given me some document, but I didn't get time. I'm on other work, but I'll definitely do that in a week or in this week. Okay. You see, you got the HTML notes saved. Got it? Is that fine? How to do that? Is it clear for you how to save the notes? Yeah.
Arun, can I
Yes.
share my screen for 2 minutes?
Yeah, you can share.
It is loading. Picture is loading. That's why I want to show you.
Yeah, please. You can share. Give me a second. I'll give you the permission. Yeah, now you can share.
Here picture is loading. See.
Where did you save this?
I have opened in this.
Evernote software?
Yes.
Don't use Evernote software. It's not free now. You can close this. Close this. Open my link directly. Wherever you have the link of mine, just open that link directly. Yeah, click on that link. Yeah, now what you have to do is just wait, right click there, right click on the page. Yeah, right click there somewhere. Yeah, save as. Otherwise, cancel it. I'll give you another option, cancel it. Again, right click. Again, right click. Select print option. Yeah, that is the correct option. Then Microsoft PDF and this there. Just click on print. Last view where you want to save. Save it on your desktop or someplace. Give some name if required. It is asking you to give some name. Give some name in the file name section. Give some name, like say HTML1 or HTML notes. Yeah, now save this, and go to the location where you saved in your machine. Did you get the notes? Scroll down, it will come. Okay? Fine. Okay, fine. So that's the way to save, guys. And coming to the other question, like repository I was talking about, right? Hope you are able to see my screen, guys. Able to see my screen? Okay, I'll do one thing for you. I'll create another repository here. Selenium batch 2 intro I'll say. Okay, intro and prerequisites. Okay, like this I'll create a repository. Don't worry how I am creating what I'm creating. This is not of just for sharing purpose I am doing this. Create repository. Just see what I'm trying to do. Copy this and copy this. At this moment no files are there at this repository. I'll go to the location. I'll do one thing. I'll just copy all this stuff. Control A, Control C. And you just remind me at the end of the sessions, right? So that I can upload every time. Otherwise, I'll forget sometimes, but that's not a problem though. I'll go to the QFox local repos. And here I'll write down new folder. Selenium batch 2 intro and predict sites. For Java, we'll go have a separate thing. For Selenium, we'll have a separate thing. But these are the predict sites, right, that we are learning. Into this, I'll just paste it. I think I should not be doing like this. Okay. 1 minute. I'll just delete this moment. Just give me a second. I don't even have to create a folder. There's another better way. So here already I created a repository, right? Selenium batch 2 intro and predict sites. I'll just copy this link and here simply I'll right click, show more options. I already have installed Git software in my machine, Git bash here. I'll cover this Git topic later for you in the ending sessions. Git status, Git add dot, Git status, Git commit -m, HTML, day. What's the HTML today's date? HTML part 4 till part 4 I'm covering till HTML part 4. Okay, part 4. Some name I will give just for git commit -m HTML part 4 error. Okay. Okay. It's not working for me. Just give me a second. So I did something there. Right click. Show more options. Here I have to write. I forgot. I think I'm in a different zone actually. Git. I have to paste this command directly, guys. I thought I did something. Git clone and give the URL first. Okay. This is what I have to do. I forgot. Cloning. A folder will be created. Selenium batch 2 intro. In that nothing will be there. Go here into the downloads folder where we have these files, batch 2 files available. Copy all these files and come to the location. You don't have to know any of these things. I'm just explaining if in case, okay? But you don't have to know all this stuff. There's a folder that got created, right? Selenium batch 2, intro and break sets, control V. All the files will be there. Simple commands I'll run now. Show more options. Open Git bash here. Git status. Git add dot. Git status. Git commit -m. So here I'll give HTML part 4 presenter git push origin main. Okay, done. Okay, now come back here and go to the page here where nothing is there. Just refresh, you will get all the files. You'll get all these files. You can go to any of the file, download the file if you want. Let's say today HTML file 2 I'm covering, right? HTML file 2 if you want. You see the radio buttons, checkbox fields, everything is there. If you want to download it, download raw file, it will be downloaded. Okay, clear now? Don't worry about that, Kavya. This is not the right time. Okay, just create an account with GitHub and just open these links. Even you don't have the account, you can access, no problem. Okay. So it will be very confusing if I give the session on GitHub, Git or GitHub now. Anyhow, you guys have this session on this weekend on CI/CD pipelines. You can attend that. There will get some information. Okay. Okay, guys, clear? Is that okay, Kavya? This weekend we have session at 5:30. 5:30 at Sunday. One expert is coming and giving a session, expert session on CI/CD pipeline. Okay. Kavya, is that clear? You're asking me to give brief intro into GitHub repo. That will not be clear for you if I explain now. I have to take a separate session and explain all the concepts. That will take a lot of time. We'll get deviated. Okay. That's the reason I don't want to cover now. Let's continue with HTML only. Is that okay, Kavya? Is that okay, Kavya? Swati, Kavya, is that okay?
Hello, Arun.
Yes.
Will this be covered later part of the training session?
Yes, yes. It will be covered at
Okay.
later part of this. Okay. For now, just utilize for downloading purpose only. Okay. Don't worry how to use and all. I'm just giving a way where you can, use this link and download the stuff. Okay. So what you have to do is simply, I'll just share this link to you. Copy this repo link and paste it in the, Telegram group. GitHub repo. Okay. Link I'm giving. Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
So in the group also it is there. And here also, there is another group also actually. I have to copy paste for them also. Just give me a second. Bash 206. But here, batch 2. After giving the assignments, I'll update this. Meanwhile, where did I post the GitHub repo? GitHub repo. I'll also post the GitHub repo here. Whatever I do in this group and the previous batch can also have this access here. Okay, in the groups. Separate groups are there for previous batches and here. Fine. Anyhow, these are the files, guys. You can download anytime. I'll keep uploading them. Whenever you feel that I'm not uploading, just let me know. I'll try to upload and give it to you. Okay. So anyhow, let's move on. So any other doubts or questions before we move on? Yes, I have a Git account, Anil. I have a Git account. Just if you want to search my GitHub account, GitHub, simply give my name, Arun Motori. In the search results, you'll get Arun Motori GitHub kind of thing, and you go there. All my previous repositories, everything will be available for you. Okay. Whatever the things I have created for, for my previous batches and all, for previous batches, Capgemini batches, whatever it may be, everything will be available here. Okay. SCL batches. A lot of things will be available here. Just take advantage of that. Okay. Fine. So fine. Then next thing is radio buttons are over, checkbox fields are over, right? Radio buttons and checkbox fields we completed. And next one is a submit button. We can also create a submit button. Submit button is generally used in the place of forms. Okay, we use submit button in forms. If it is not a form, we don't use a submit button generally. For example, if I take you to an application like this and go to the login page, let's go to this application and look at the login page here. Go to the login page. Here, what fields are there? You tell me. On the login page, what fields are available? Here, these 3 fields you have to tell me. What are the 3 fields that are there in this login page?
Email, password, and login.
Yes,
Or
email,
even-
password, and login are available. Okay. So email field is there, password field is there, and login field is there. Okay. Email field is there, password field is there, login button is there. So all these 3 things are part of a form. After I enter an email address, after I give the password, and I click on the login button, the form will be submitted. How can I be sure that it's part of the form? Right click, inspect one of the elements. Login button also. Sorry, I just clicked on wrong option. I'll click on the login button and select inspect option. When I select inspect option, I'll get the HTML code of this login button. And if I go up, you see there is a form. Inside the form, we have this input field, name, email address field is there. You see email address field is there inside the form. And another div tag is there where we have the password field available. And here we have the forgotten password link also available. And here we have the login button. But what is the type of this button? Input. Type is equal to what? Type is equal to what is there? Guys, input type, what is there? Submit.
Button.
Means this button is not a normal button. When you click on the button, it will submit the form. Okay. It will submit the form in which it is created. Inside the form, which form this is created? This is the form where it is created. Login button is created inside this particular form. Okay. Form, what will happen when you click on submit? The details that you have entered will be sent to the server. Okay. API request will be created and this email address and password will be sent to the server and form details will be submitted to the server. Okay. Got it now? What is the purpose of this submit button in real time? If it is not part of a form, if you want to create a button and that button, is not part of a form, let's inspect this. Is this part of a form? Guys, is this particular button a part of the form? Continue button, inspect this. It's not even a button actually. It's not even a button. Anchor tag is there. It's look like a button. It looks like a button, right? It looks like a button, but it's not really a button. If I inspect again, you see register class. So some CSS is being applied so that it looks like a button or something, or maybe some other technology is being used to make this hyperlink look like a button. But this is a button, but this is not a button, okay? And also this is not part of any form. It's not part of any form. When you click on this, it is a hyperlink which will take you to the register account page. Okay, when you click here, it will take you to the register account page. Instead of giving the link like this, they are given in the form of a button. Okay, but when you click on this, nothing will get submitted. It will take you to another page. That's it. Okay, that is nothing but a button. That nothing but a hyperlink which looks like a button. Okay, so like this kind of stuff will be there, guys. We have to learn a lot. In non-tech to tech series, we will try to cover all this stuff, like how can a hyperlink look like a button, okay, in real time. All these things will be part of the non-tech to tech series that happen generally on weekends. Okay, then next part is whether this particular thing is a button, this black color thing is a button. Let's see, inspect it. Let's see what it will do. Yes, it is a button. It has a button tag itself. It has a button tag. Type is equal to button tag only. It's not input tag, it is button tag. Some different type of buttons will be there. If I inspect the search button, okay, if I inspect the search button, inspect this, and this HTML code, button type is there, type button is there, okay? Different type of things will be there existing, guys. If you see this continue, it's like input type is equal to submit, because there is a form here. You see, the register account is a form. Whatever the details you are entering here, when you click on this continue button, the details will be submitted to the server. Okay, for that we need this kind of buttons which are type, whose type is submit. Okay, if I take you to another application, just see here, there are different type of buttons here. I'll inspect one of the buttons, search button here. Inspect this search. What is that? Let's find it out. Is that part of a form? You see, it's part of a form. The search box field, whatever the search text you enter here and click on the search button, right? That should get submitted. So type submit type of button. This is input type submit means it is a submit button, but having the label as search label. Okay, that's how it is different. And if I say click to get alert button, inspect this. Input type is equal to button is there. It's not a submit type of button. It's a normal button. When you click on this, it's going to display some alert. It's going to display some alert. There are different variety of buttons, guys. If I click on it, if I inspect this, for example, submit. So here button tag is there. Earlier input tag was there. Now button tag, type is equal to button. Type is not submit. Type is equal to button here. Okay. So here button 2. Button and that's type is equal to button is there. Okay. Let's see any other buttons are there. Click here after inspecting. Let's see. Here input is there. Input type button is there. Okay. For some things button is there. For some things type is equal to submit is there. For some things input type is equal to button is there. For some things input type is equal to submit is there. For which type of buttons input type will be submit? For which type of buttons the input type will be mentioned as submit? Earlier in the yesterday session, I think we covered input type button is equal to value login. Okay. So in this case, it looks like a form, right? If it is part of the form, this particular button should be of which type? It should not be button type. It should be submit type. Got it? It should be submit type. If it is part of the form, if these fields are part of a form, then button should be of which type? The input tag, and type should be submit. Okay. So there are type of buttons, guys. Okay. Where there is a form here like username, password, and username, password, and click on the login button. This login button is part of a form mostly. And if the login button is part of a form, if the login button is part of a form tag, then the type of the button should be of which type? Submit type. Actually here I have given wrong, but we'll create proper one. So we'll create a form. Inside the form we'll create all this stuff. Okay, input type, name, password, button, and all the stuff we can create, guys. Okay, let's try to create such kind of things. For that I'll take another example, HTML. So when you create a form, let's create a form here. Okay, let's create a form in this example. So if you don't want to work hard, after giving the HTML starting and closing tags, simply save as. Okay, HTML is it will drag you, guys. Okay, it will drag you. Okay, so it's but we don't have to go in depth. That is the reason I'm trying to cut off here and there. Okay, otherwise, right, we'll spend our time, complete training time on HTML only. Okay, I don't want to do that. Otherwise we can go in depth, but only basics we have to learn. You don't have to be an expert in HTML here. Developers, front-end developers, okay, who want to become a full stack or something, right? They have to learn in depth, and that we are already taking care in the non-tech to tech series on the weekends. You can attend them. Okay. Here only basics that are required for Selenium automation I'm covering. Form items. Okay. So here I'll write form/form. Inside the form, I'll create input type is equal to text. Okay. Input type is equal to text. Then what else, guys? Can I give this here what I want? Input type is equal to text box field will come. What will happen if I give something like this? I'm trying email :/input. Let's see what will happen in this case if I give something like this. Save, and I'll go to the location here, and where is that file? HTML file 3 did I create? What is its name? HTML file 3. Where is that file? So this is not this is a local repo. I'll go to the downloads, and in the downloads we have this batch 2, and here we have HTML file 3. Right click here and select open with Chrome browser or Edge browser. Anything is fine. You open that, you see. If I put in between, right, this email is coming here. This doesn't look good. For radio buttons is okay, but if you give the labels like this, that's not a good thing. So it's better don't give email like this. Okay. Here itself will give the email. Okay. Email : then here I'll say password, input type is equal to password type I am giving. So password field will be created. Normal text box field is a password field. Then what is the next one? Next one is a button. For button, I don't have to give any label. Input type is equal to if it is part of the form, you have to give button or submit, guys. Tell me, have to give button or submit if it's part of the form.
Submit, I believe. Submit.
You have to give submit here. Okay. If it is part of the form, better to give submit, because this acts like a button, which when you click on that, it will submit the form. Okay. So that's the reason we have to give. And what is the name of that button? You have to give. If you don't give like this, okay, that's okay. Submit will come. That's okay. So let's save this, and part of the form here, 3 fields we created. Form is also there. Let's go here and refresh this page and see what is happening. They are coming in a single line. Email, password, and submit are coming in a single line. Okay, is that okay with you? Then fine. Or if you want in a separate lines, what you have to do? You have to write BR. 2 times you write, better they will, otherwise they will overlap, as we have seen yesterday. Copy this again and paste it here and save this. And go back here and refresh again. You see this, it looks like this. It's a form, guys. If you see this view page source, right? You see email, password, input field are part of a form. Okay, are part of a form. And here I'll give something like this. Okay, a@gmail.com. Here I'll say password field 1 2 3 4 5 I'm giving. Can you see the text has been toggled because this type is input type is password type. Here input type is text type. So whatever the text you enter into the text box field, that will be visible. If I click on submit, you see the form is getting submitted. The page is getting reloaded and form is getting submitted, right? Okay. And similar to the submit, we can also get one reset button. It will not submit the details to the server. Here, I'm not a real developer doing all the stuff and connecting with server here. There is no server with us. Only front end part is there. But if I link this submit action with the server thing, right, things will work out. That we cannot see now. But at a high level, you understand that this, when you create this kind of buttons like submit buttons, right, you can also give them label, guys. Okay, value is equal to. If you want to give to the submit buttons, if you want to give some labels, your own labels, let's say login label you want to give, save this. If you don't give that, it will take submit there. But if you give the labels, here in place of submit, you will get login. Okay. And here I want to say reset. Okay. I want to give one more button, that is reset button. In the same line I want to give. So input type is equal to, there's another type of button, that is reset button. Okay. This is which type of button this is? It's not a normal button. What is the purpose of this button? Reset means whatever the fields that are there in this particular form, they will get reset. That means cleared out. Okay. They will get reset. Okay. So I don't have to give any label here. Reset kind of name will come by default if you give type is equal to reset here. Save this and come back here and refresh the page. And along with the login button, you'll get a reset button. If I give a@gmail.com and here 1 2 3 4 5, if I click on reset, you see without the page loading, that fields are getting cleared. But in case of the first button, what is happening? You see, you can see some effect here. Okay, when I click on the login, the page will get reloaded. You see, the page got reloaded and fields got cleared. But if I click on reset button, without the page loading, it will clear the items. Got the difference between submit button and reset button in the forms? Everyone clear with the submit buttons and clear buttons in the forms? Reset buttons in the form? Type C in the chat box, guys, if it is clear for you. Type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. Everyone type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. Okay, Monica is clear, AB is clear, Manju clear, Vishnu clear, Sairam, Ashish, Nigora, Vishwa, okay, Samyukta. Great, great. Keep typing, guys. Everyone, I need active participation, okay? Srija, Ram, Arshad, Sheikh, Raj, Mayuri, Madhuri, Anil, Dishwaran, Jagan, Ashish, Bahupuri, Farooq, everyone is clear. That's great. Fine. So this what is the form that I was talking about. As part of the form, I gave all this have the input fields. If you see view page source, input field, but type is text. Input field, but type is password. Input field, type is submit. Input field, type is reset. Input field, type will be radio. Input field, type will be checkbox. Like that, same tag name will be there, okay? Where input field, type is equal to button is also there, normal type of button. It's not a submit button. If the particular button that you're creating outside the form, not inside the form, okay? It's not part of a form. Then you can create a normal button saying type is equal to submit and give the value. That will be the name of the button, okay? So that's how it works, guys. That's how the things work, okay? In HTML. Next, let's move on. Let's move on. I think I covered it in depth already. The submit button, reset buttons. Now let's move and create some advanced stuff here, like drop-down fields, multi-selection box fields, text area fields. Let's try to create them, okay? Let's try to create them. Why we have to learn these things? Why we have to learn these things? Because in the coming sessions, when I go for Selenium Java automation, we are going to automate a drop-down field. We are going to automate a multi-selection box field using Selenium Java automation. We are going to automate a text area field. Okay. So if you know the HTML code for these fields, right, your learning of Selenium Java automation will become more easier. It's not just for locator sake you are learning the HTML code here. Don't think that I'm covering all the basics of HTML, is it that much important topic? Don't have it second doubt. All these topics that I'm covering are really important. Wherever I feel that I will stress out. You see, this will be very helpful in Selenium automation if you learn the HTML code. I'll tell you. Okay. For a lot of things I'm covering as part of locators related basics I'm covering, but there are some HTML codes like, for example, frames, tables, these drop downs, multi-selection box field, text area fields. You should have the knowledge of the HTML code. Otherwise, you will not be able to automate them properly. Okay. So you should have this knowledge, guys. You should have this knowledge. Creating drop-down field is the next item. Okay, how to create a drop-down field? I'll create one more file here, file new, and I'll write HTML /HTML. I'll create a drop-down field followed by the multi-selection box field, followed by the other one. Okay, so here I'll say file, save as. Here I'll go to the downloads and give the name here, some name. All types you say, select that. Give file 4 here and save this file 4.html, save this. And after saving that, okay, write down head, and here say inside the head, you write down the title tag, title /title, and here write down drop down and drop down multi-selection box field, multi-selection box and text area fields demo. Okay, I gave a very big title. The page, when you give this much big title, what will happen? You see, go to the location and say this is a file 3, right? File 4, I think. So what is the name of the file I give? HTML file 4. Let's see, where is the HTML file 4 here? Just now I created, yeah, right click on this and open with any browser. It may be Chrome browser, it can be Edge browser, you can open with anything. And just see here on that browser tab, you got a very big title. You cannot read this, right? Drop down, multi-selection box field, and how to read the entire title. Hover the mouse, you will get a tooltip kind of stuff. You see, by reading the tooltip like drop down, multi-selection box and text area fields demo, we can understand what is the title of the page, right? Hover the mouse on this and you'll get the title being. You can see the title here, okay? That's what is the thing. Fine, anyhow, that's okay. Next thing is the actual drop-down fields we'll create now. I'll say body. Here I'll write body. And here for drop-down fields, what is the tag, predefined tag I have to give for drop-down fields? Anyone know? Anyone have an idea what is the predefined tag I have to give for creating the? Anyone have an idea what is the predefined tag I have to give? Nigora is saying P for drop-down fields. Vishwa select, Ashish saying select, Monica saying select, Ram saying select, Ashish saying select. Yes, select is the right answer. Select tag you have to give. Select/select. In between the select tags. Okay, in between the select tags, you write. You see, I'll show you one drop-down field way before I create something, right? If I go to this particular page, on this page, you see this is a drop-down field. Doc 1, Doc 2, Doc 3, Doc 4. Okay, older newsletter is coming by default. And I can change the option in the drop-down. This is what is a drop-down field. If I have to build this drop-down field, what are there inside this drop-down field? What are there inside this drop-down field? What are these called as? Options. They are options. Drop-down field options. You can select any option in the drop-down field, right? You can select any option in the drop-down field. To create these options inside our drop-down field, we have to nest inside the select tags. We have to nest option tag. Option like this. Okay. In between that, you give the text that you want to display there. Let's say I'll give orange. Okay. Then option, another option, banana. Another option, apple. Another option, mango. Okay. Another option. How many options you want in the drop-down field? You can give here. I will give up to 5. Let's say grapes. Okay. 5 options I give. Save this. Okay. Save this. Once I save this and go to this page here, go to this, I'll open this. I think I closed that one earlier. Okay. I'll go to one tab here and just drag it here. And in the tab, I'll try to browse that. Okay. I'll try to browse the file. What is the name of the file? Let's go to the downloads. Go to downloads and go to that box2 folder where we created that file. HTML4, right? I don't know whether I can drag and drop it. I'll try this. Is it coming? No, right? So right click here, select, show more options, properties options you select, and here you'll get the path of the file, HTML file. Give that file here. It's another way of opening. I am explaining multiple times, that's okay. And here name of the file I have to give. There is name of the file and extension. Give the name of the file and extension and press enter, you'll get that. We got a drop-down field, guys. We got a drop-down field here. You can see I zoomed it out. By default, first option is getting selected. By default, first option is getting selected. If you want to select apple, you can select apple. Okay, mango, you want to select grapes. If you want to give a label for that, you can give a label like this. Okay, select your favorite. Fruit. Okay, like this, you can give some name. Save this. And here I have to give, definitely I have to give BR. Or without BR, what is happening? Let's see. First of all, without BR, how the things are happening. Maybe label will be favorite fruit. Otherwise, I'll simplify this favorite fruit. And here, refresh here, favorite fruit. You have to select it. Okay. Like this also we can say. Okay. Favorite fruit. You can select your favorite fruit. Let's say my favorite fruit is mango. I'm selecting mango. Okay. That's okay. So like this, we can create a drop-down field, guys. Using which tag I created the drop-down field? Select tag. Inside that, each and every option I have to create with option tag. Okay. And not only that, guys, we'll learn some more thing about this drop-down field if required. From this notes, we can see select option, and all those stuff selected. You say selected attribute is there. One attribute known as, what is the name of the attribute, guys? What is the name of the attribute? What is the name of the attribute that is highlighted here? Just type in the chat box. Selected is the name of the attribute. Okay. Selected is the name of the attribute. Selected is the name of the attribute. Okay. So what happens if I say selected for one of the attribute? If I don't write that selected attribute for any of the options, by default, the first option is coming as selected here. You see here by default, when I refresh the page, when I reload the page, first option is coming as a selected option. But I don't want the first option to be the selected option. I want my favorite mango to be the selected option by default. So in that case, what I have to do, here I'll come here, and for mango, I'll write the attribute known as selected. So instead of taking the first option as a selected option, okay, by default, when you load the drop-down field, mango will come as selected. If you want to change it, you can change it, but by default, you'll get the mango. You see, mango is coming by default. I want to change mango to orange or mango to banana, I can change. But by default, when I refresh the page, you see every time mango is coming. This is the purpose of the selected command. Everyone clear what is the purpose of the selected command? Selected attribute. What is the purpose of selected attribute? Clear?
Arun, sometime we see the blank, like instead of selecting any by default any option, we can see the blank space there.
Okay. So maybe they will be doing something like this to get it as blank option. That's it. And say selected. Very simple to track it, right? Save. Refresh here. Okay. This is what they can. This is what you are saying, or any other?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So maybe we can also do some R&D on that, but that's okay. It's not required, but we'll do that. Small R&D we'll do. Create and
No,
create HTML drop-down field. Yes. Manjeev, you are saying something?
the reason
Yeah, Manjeev.
I was saying that, the reason I asked for that is like sometime when you have that type of option in the web elements and then index starts from 0. So, like we have to go that way too. That's
Yeah,
all.
doesn't matter. Index is a different thing. Index, whether that option is there or not, it's okay. It will be 0 at the index. Okay, that's okay. Index concept is different in Selenium. That's different. Okay, so don't worry about that. Let's try to find it out from Google, like ChatGPT create HTML drop-down field having a blank option as selected, and other options should be there. What is the best way? What is the best way to create such drop down field where blank is selected by default? Blank is selected by default, or no option is selected by default. Okay, like this. Let's ask. It should give us some solution there.
The tags one.
To create an HTML drop-down field with a blank option selected by default, you can use the following code. Option value is equal to selected and select one. This coming and okay. These are the real options. These are not the real options. Okay, that's what we have done right the beginning. Okay, so select any option.
Arun, I think now we can see. Earlier it was not stuck somewhere. So now it's
my screen
showing.
got struck. My screen got
Now
struck.
it's showing. Now it's visible. Earlier it was stuck somewhere.
Okay.
Now
okay,
it's clear.
Yeah. Maybe my internet is fluctuating a bit today. Why I don't know. So it's good only, but let's see if it is. Is it audible now, guys? Is it audible? Guys, you're able to
Now
hear,
it's
or still any problems? You're able to see my mouse moving? Okay, fine then. Let's continue. Yeah, fine. So what they are suggesting is here we can simply write this select favorite fruit here itself. Okay, you don't have to write it as a label. Option selected favorite fruit, where this is not an option, but these are the options. Okay, that's what they are suggesting us basically. That's what they are suggesting us basically. But is there any other way we can figure it out? Okay, refresh. You see favorite fruit, they have to select one of the option, but this will come as index 0. That's okay. Index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5. Favorite fruit will come by default, and select favorite fruit can be there, and in that you can select, okay, one of the option. So, but is there any way to show blank drop down field by default without any option selected in it. Again, the same thing they are giving. Okay. In this code, none of the option elements have the selected attribute. Therefore, when the drop-down field is initially no option will be pre-selected, the user will need to explicitly choose an option. I think this one is like select one will come now in this. I'm just guessing hyphen they are giving, but that's okay. So try this. Let's try this out. Okay, what is coming? Let's see. Save this, come back here, refresh. Select one is still coming now. That is one of the option actually. Okay. Like this, people may mention. That's okay. Let's do some R&D later. Okay, non-tech to tech series, we can do that R&D of because it will waste our time now. Okay. And there's one more thing like value attribute, guys. So if this particular drop-down field is part of a form, so we generally give the value attributes. Okay. When we have to specify value attribute, with the drop-down field inside a form. If it is inside a form, when you submit that particular form, for example, here, if you see, there's no drop-down field. If one of the field is a drop-down field, let's assume that one of the field here is a drop-down field. Okay. So I'll try to go here and select the inspect option and, your personal details. I'll add something here. 1 minute. Here it is. Div form group element. Okay. This is very big. Okay. Form group required before email label is there. Input type email is there. From here to here it is there. This section is from here to here. Copy this. Copy. No, I cannot copy that. I'll do one thing. I'll just double click and say right click. Edit edit as HTML. I can say these are temporary changes, guys. Copy all this stuff. Copy all this stuff. And again, right click somewhere in the end at the end of the div tag. Before after is also there here. Till here, right? We copied. Right click. Edit as HTML again. So did we go till the end? I think so. Form group element label, input email, div column, input email field, div. I'll just copy paste that and give some, because I'm this class and all, you see, this is a pre-template, right? I cannot modify that to that extent. So for input email, I'm saying here, I'll give that as is there any value here? Input type name value is not there. Why in value is not there here? Then okay, name is there, but value is not there. Okay. Drop down field. If it is a drop down field, what I will do here, instead of the input tag, I'll write select tag. Type is equal to, type won't be there here. This select. Name is equal to country. Name is equal to some country name I'm giving. That's okay. You can name any field, guys, with the name attribute. Value, say CTRY. Okay, country. CNTRY, country. Okay. Placeholder. Enter, select. Okay, placeholder is not required here. ID, country, ID, class, form control. That's okay. And here I'll write /select. That already came now. Press enter here. In that I'll create options. Options. These are temporary changes. Whatever changes I'm doing on this application are temporary changes, guys. Option. I'll say in India. Option. USA. Option. UK. Option. Australia. Okay. Option. Germany. I can give on a lot of names here. Okay. Here when this particular drop-down field is part of a form, all these fields are part of a form, then you better give the value attribute they are saying, okay? So here int, okay, value US. I'll give the value as US here. And then here value as UK. Then the value as Australia. AUS. And here value GMY, some short form I'm giving. That's okay. You can give the full form also, not a big deal. And just select this and see whether you are getting a drop down field here. Here label is still email is there. You want to change it, you can change it also. So here you see I got a drop down field. Okay. I got a drop down field. So then inspect this. Go here. Label is country. Country is a label. I can change the country as a label. Now country is there. And here go to the options div, and where the select tag is there, options is there. And I'll give one more option. That is right click edit as HTML. These are temporary changes, guys. Don't think these are permanent. These are very temporary changes. Once I refresh the pages, this will be gone. Okay. Option, and here hyphen select country hyphen. So whatever the suggestion they have given, that I'm giving, it's not coming. Selected. Yeah, now it's coming. Option selected, select country. I can select any country I'm from India, so I'm selecting India. Okay. So this is how, guys, when this particular drop down field, okay, like email field, last name field, first name field, even the drop down field is part of a form like this. It's a part of the form. If you see, you go here, there will be some form here. Inside the form, all these fields are there. They're part of the form. When you submit the forms, okay, the option details should go to the server. So if you have selected India, how can the server understand that the India option has come? By using this value attribute, okay? That is the reason, one of the reason that they are saying that, okay, we have to value attribute. If this dropdown is inside a form, the value of the value attribute of the select option will be submitted to the server. Clear, everyone? Why we have to give the value attribute for the options is clear. If you go and see any forms where dropdown fields are there, mostly we'll see value attribute available. The reason here is that particular value of the value attribute will be submitted to the server when you submit the form. Clear, everyone? Creating dropdown field is clear for you. Creating the dropdown field is clear for you. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. Great. The next thing is. Yeah, what is that?
Huh?
Manju, you're asking me anything? Kavya, do you have any questions? Okay, fine then. Multi-selection box field. Next one is a multi-selection box field. Very small difference is there between the drop-down field and multi-selection box field that I'm going to show you here. Same multi-selection, the select tag I'll write, copy paste this one. I don't have to spend so much of time now to explain this multi-selection box field. I'll just separate this with HR and refresh the page here and see that there will be two options coming. Both are drop-down fields only. How can I convert this drop-down field into multi-selection box field? How to convert the drop-down field into multi-selection box field? Here we have to add an attribute known as multiple attribute. Everyone type in the chat box. Multiple is the name of the attribute that will convert a drop-down field into the multi-selection box or list box field. Everyone type in the chat box multiple. Multiple is the name of the attribute that you have to type in the chat box to convert a drop-down field into a multi-selection box field. It's very simple, guys. These are very simple stuff. Okay. So come back here and write down here. Just in the select tab, write multiple attribute. That's it. Okay. Save this and refresh the page, and you will see that the drop-down field will get converted to the multi-selection box field. You don't need this option. Select one option. You don't need in multi-selection box field. I'll remove that. Save this. Just come back here and refresh here. You see, this is how it will be there. I'll add one more option. It looks good. Option 4, option 5. You can give any number of options that you want. Let's give 5 options here. Go back here, refresh. You see, This scroll bar also will come. If you have multiple options more than 4, you're getting scroll bar. Okay, and okay, that's it. Now, what is the difference? In drop-down feed, I can select only one option at a time. If I try to select any other option, the older previous selection will be gone. The latest selection will be done. Then if I select multi-selection box field, you see, I can select multiple options here. Option 1, option 3, option 5, option 2, option 4 also I can select. All the options I can select. Or how can I select like this? Manually, how can I select this? Simple. I have to use for multi-selection box field. If I have to select multiple options manual way, you have to press and hold the control key on your keyboard, and using the mouse left click, you have to click that. Mouse left click, you have to click that. If you don't do that right, only one option will be selected. If you press and hold the control key and then do the selection, it will be selected. You can deselect also, select and deselect also, whatever it is there, you can do. Okay, this is how multi-selection box field. Okay, by using multiple, we can convert a drop-down field into the multi-selection box field. The tag name is same, the options are same, the value attributes are same, everything is same except this multiple attribute that is new. Okay, if you understand this multiple attribute, this drop-down field will become a multi-selection box field. Some people will also call that as a list box field. Okay, so write the different names for the multi-selection box field. Multi-selection box field is one name, and other name for the multi-selection box field is what? List box. Everyone type in the chat box. It's also called as list box. Okay, multi-selection box or list box. So in Selenium, we can automate this drop-down field and multi-selection box field. There is a separate topic on that. When the time comes, I'll explain that. But this HTML code, you should have some basic knowledge so that you'll be able to automate this drop-down fields and multi-selection box fields using Selenium automation in a better way in the coming sessions. Okay, multi-selection box fields, some people will call them as list box. Okay, manually how to select multiple options, deselect. You can also deselect the option. Here you have to only change the options, but you cannot deselect the options. You have to change the options, only one option at a time. Here multiple options you can select, or multiple options you can deselect. 0 options you can select, all the 5 options you can select, only whatever the options you want you can select. Okay, that is what is multi-selection box field or list box field. It doesn't take so much of time for multi-selection, because if you understand drop-down field, understanding multi-selection box field is nothing, guys. Okay, now the next one is text area field. Okay, there are 2 more items I'm going to cover. There are 2 more items I'm going to cover in today's session. That is a text area field and creating a button, and remaining things I'll cover separately because this CSS and all those things are there. Maybe we'll try to complete this tomorrow. Okay, the remaining part we'll try to complete tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? At any cost, we'll complete this HTML series by tomorrow. Okay, by tomorrow we'll complete this HTML series, guys, at any cost. Okay, so today let's try to complete the remaining 2 elements, and after that we are done. So text area field. So earlier, how I showed you how to create a, here I'll say HR, and how to create a text box field. Tell me, guys, quickly tell me how, using which tag I have to write, create a text box field. Using which tag I have to create a text box field? Anyone type in the chat box? Yes, Digora, you're right. Monica, you're right. Input type is equal to what I have to give? Text I have to give. This will create a text box field, right? This will create a text box field. So here I'll say enter first name, otherwise first name label I'll give, for this text box field, and save this. And here I'll say HR so that separation will be there. Save this and go here and refresh here. You see there's a drop down field, there's a multi selection box field, there's a first name text box field. I can give my name, first name here. Okay, this is what is a text box field. So can I write multiple lines into this, or only one line I have to write? Arun is a good boy. Okay, I'm boasting myself. Okay, so can I write multiple lines here? Can I write multiple lines? Or only single line I have to write whatever the text I want? Only single line. You see, I cannot go behind this. If I press enter, does it go to the new line? If I press enter here, does it go to the new line? If I press enter, does it go to the new line? There is a problem with the text box field. There may be some situations in real time where you have to type text in multiple lines. Then text box fields are not enough. Then we have to go for the text area fields. Text area fields. Okay. Everyone type what is the type of fields I'm going to demonstrate now? Text area fields. Text area is the fields I'm going to cover. Everyone type in the chat box. Text area fields I'm going to cover. Okay, we are going to work with the text area fields using Selenium automation. You should know the HTML code. So don't think only HTML concepts I'm covering. This code will be helpful for you during Selenium automation to text area fields. Okay. So just come back here and write down. Tell me Tell me about yourself. Okay. And here I'll write BR, BR. It requires 2 BRs, otherwise only 1 BR is enough. Okay, tell me about yourself. And here, what is the name of the tag that I have to give for the text area fields? What is the name of the tag? Text area, not the input. You may get confused here. For text box fields, it was input tag. For password fields, it is input tag. For radio buttons, it is input tag. For checkbox fields, it is input tag. For buttons, it is input tag. Right? For submit button, is it input type is equal to submit. For reset button, its type is equal to reset, but input tag only. Right? For all the things, there were input tags. But now I'm saying that for text area fields, the tag name is text area, not input. Remember this. Everyone type in the chat box the tag name of the text area field. If you want to create a text area field web element on the web page, what is the tag name you have to give? Text area is the tag name. Text area is the tag name that you have to give, guys. Okay. Text area is the tag name. Text area, like this, you have to give. Ending tag also you have to give. Text area starting tag, text area ending tag. Okay. Now save this. Now save this. Don't do anything. Just save this and go here and refresh the page. Tell me about yourself. Text area is coming. Okay. I just mentioned BR, right? So it went to the new line. And here I can drag it if I require. Okay. If I want to increase, but default size will be there for that. Okay. I'll tell you more about that. So here the advantages of the text area field is my name is Arun Motori. My name is Arun Motori. My name is Arun Motori. You see, I can write any number of lines. Unlike text area field, unlike text box field, text area field, you can write any number of lines. Scroll bar is coming already. Okay, scroll bar is coming already, guys. Here, if you want to increase you see, this is a default area that you can see, scroll and see that. If you want to increase the height and width of this text area field, then you have to write in the form of rows. Rows is equal to, let's say 10. Rows is equal to 10 means height. Rows are nothing but height, right? Columns. Columns is equal to, let's say, let's give 20 and see what is happening. If I give 20, save this. So here, height and width attributes are not there. Rather, we have what? Rows and columns. Refresh here. Can you see that, guys, how the size of the thing got increased? Rows, columns, and columns I'll give as 120. Save this and see what is happening. It's not changing now. Did I save? Yes. Refresh. Yes. Here I'll give 120 as rows. Let's see what is happening. It's going, height is becoming very big behind our control. So let's give only 40 or something. And refresh here. Okay. It's not changing now. So here, this is not columns, it's calls, I think. So that's the reason it's not working. Okay. Rows, columns, save this. Refresh. Yeah, now it's working fine. It's very big actually still. Columns, 30 only I'll give. Here 20 rows I'll give. Save this. Refresh here, rows, columns. Okay. I think this is very big actually. Rows 10. Save this. Refresh. Okay. Then I'll give 5 only. Save this. Rows, columns. Yeah, it looks better now. And columns I'll increase to 50. Save. Refresh. Yeah, now it looks good. Okay. Rows and columns. 5 is the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 1, 2, 5 lines. Columns are 50 cursor points or whatever it is. Okay. So everyone write in the chat box. It's a default behavior. Vishwa is the default behavior. I have not done anything. Okay, text area fields, like if you exceed the number of lines, right here by default, number of rows is 5. If I write more than, my name is Arun Motori, I love HTML, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Using HTML, we can create web pages. Okay, collection of web pages will become a website, will become a fourth line is I'm writing currently website. Okay, and we use CSS to apply styles to the HTML pages, whereas HTML is only for creating the structure. You see, automatically when I'm typing the 6th line, scroll is automatically coming. Okay, that is the default functionality of the text area field. Okay, structure of the web pages, while JavaScript can be used for creating the making the
Sorry.
yes, please.
I just want not more than 600 letters, words. Now, what we have to do? Is there
Okay,
any?
you want to restrict that. Okay, you want to restrict in the text area field not to write more than that or minimum something, right? So for that, some attributes or something will be there where you have to go and research on that Google. I don't remember any of them because I don't keep everything in my mind. But text area fields, and characters or words limit, something like this. For example, in HTML. Max length attribute. You have to use max length attribute in HTML. So let's see here. Max length is equal to some number you give. That means number of characters you can specify. Okay. Max length is the name of the attribute. Let's try to do that. I experiment this one. What's the matter? We found it right already. Max length. Max length is equal to some 50 only I'll give. Okay. 50 characters only I'll give. What will happen? In this case, save this and go here and refresh here and try to type something. I'll try to type more than, even spaces will be considered as a character. Okay. I love HTML. HTML stands for, I'm not able to type anymore, guys. Okay. I'm not able to type. I'm trying to type, but it's not allowing me to type. Okay. Maybe that's completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, with space 50. Got it? Above 50, I'm not able to do it. Got it? Clear? How to limit the number of characters is clear for you? Is that you are asking or any other thing?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Right? You can resize it still, you see? You can resize it still, okay? But by default, the size will come like this. And if you want to restrict the number of rows and all those stuff, right? You have to change here how many rows you want, how many columns you want. Based on that, you can decide the height and width, okay? Of the text area field. Okay, so max length is another attribute we have found now. Okay, so we can do a lot of things will be there, guys. Okay, this is not the one. Okay, HTML is a very big ocean. Okay, for every element, if you have to take some time, right, you can take a separate session for every text area field. You can spend a lot of time. Okay, like that. Okay, so but you see, this is a way to work it out. Whenever you need, you don't have to learn the entire HTML. If you have this basic knowledge of HTML, right, you don't have to depend on me. Tomorrow, go to ChatGPT and ask the questions like because you are already aware of some basics of HTML. What you have to just know is like, find out from ChatGPT or Google, like how to find out all the stuff. Okay. What is the default number of characters that can be typed into the text area field? I don't know. Okay. So I think there will not be any limit. I don't think there will be a limit. A default limit will be there, but you have to set it by using some. Okay. What is the default number of that can be text area field? It's not explicitly defined. Okay. I told you, right? It depends on such as browser being used or in specific settings or configurations applied by the developers or the user or instructions set by the JavaScript or server-side code. So you can make this more, in the real-time application development will be different and whatever we are doing is different. Max length just now we have used like to limit the number of characters. By default, there's no particular limit, but it can put some limit there. Okay, default number of attributes till what extent they can write and all. Using max length we can do. And also there is one more thing, guys. I can explain that. For example, when I come back here and refresh here the page, is the text area field coming with any text? Preloaded text is coming. Is there any preloaded text coming by default when I reload the page? Yes or no? Guys, it's not coming with preloaded text. If I want some preloaded text, I can do that. How? Here I'll write, okay? I love cats. Like this, I'll write one line, okay? Small text I'm writing just for the sake, some dummy text. Refresh here. Did I type this or it came by default? Did I type that or it came by default? I love cats. Like many things will be there, guys. In HTML, there will be many things. Okay, whatever the text that you are typing with the tag between the tags in text area, between the text area tags, right? In as a content to the text area HTML element, right? What is the content that is coming as a preloaded text here? Okay. But here for a text box field, if you want to get the preloaded text, how to do that? Here you have to give value is equal to around. Okay. Here value attribute we have to use. But here to get the preloaded text, I have to type the text between the tags. That's the difference. Refresh. This is a preloaded text that is coming in the text area field when I give the value attribute for the input type is equal to text kind of text area fields. But in text area fields, you have to type the text between the tags for the text that you want to get that as a preloaded text in the text area fields. Got it, guys? The difference between preloaded text in the text area fields and text area fields and text box fields is clear. Just type C in the chat box. Type C in the chat box, guys, if it is clear so far. One last final thing is there, guys. One last final thing is there that I want to cover for today. That is creating the buttons in a different way. Not always you have to create the buttons using the input type. There may be some situations where you will create the buttons because in button tags, right, you have different type of attributes. In such cases, we generally go with the button tags instead of the input type. So input type we generally give when you are using the buttons or something inside the forms or something. But outside the forms also you can give that. That's not a big deal. But there are some special cases where if you use a button tag, you get some attributes. Okay, we have some special attributes for the button tags like on click. You can call a JavaScript method. If you use a button and right here on click, right? When you click on the button, on click kind of attribute when you use, it will call a JavaScript function. Such kind of facilities are there in the button. Okay, multiple ways of creating the buttons are there. Input type is equal to button or input type is equal to submit. Input type is equal to reset. Okay, then another type of the button is like button tag itself. Button tag itself. There's another way of creating the button. Using which tag we can create the button, guys? Using which tag we can create the button? Using which tag we can create the button? There are multiple ways. One is button tag. Another one is input type is equal to button also we can create, right? Input type is equal to button also we can create the buttons. Now what I will do is I want to find out here how many ways in HTML, how many ways in HTML we can create buttons. Okay. Oh, yeah, it will take it. Don't worry. It will understand the typo. In HTML, there are several ways to create the buttons. You see here, guys, how many ways are coming here. 6th way, 7th way. You see, anchor tag also, you can class button. If you give for the anchor tag, it will become a button. You see, a lot of things we can learn like this, okay? We use ChatGPT, and if you combine the learning of this HTML with ChatGPT, you will be a master, guys, okay? I not only teach the topics, I also teach how to get use these AI tools, to bring advantage to us and, make our journey learning easier or more R&D type of mindset, how to get that. Okay, earlier we used to do Google search, now it is all ChatGPT, and if you get any doubts here, you can confirm in Google if required, okay? Using the button element, we can create a button. You see, button starting tag will be there, button ending tag will be there, some text between the tags, which is nothing but the label of the button, I think so. Okay, next one is input type is equal to button. Here the label of the button will come in the value attribute, and here type will be button type. That's another way we already have seen. This is the one we are going to see now. And third way of using the button is submit button. I told you, right? Type submit. You can have any label, that's okay. Input type is equal to reset. You can give any value. Okay, that's okay. Without value, it will come as reset only. Using the here, using the input element with the type image. SRC, you can give the image here and alt submit. Okay, alt submit, alternative text. If in case the image doesn't appear, then this alternative text that we have seen in the images, right, that will come. So this is another way of creating the buttons with the button will be there on the button image you have to have. Okay, you have to have some button image, and we can try this out if you want, but this looks very interesting for me. I feel like trying that. Okay, so but type is equal to image we have to give, and button type is equal to submit. Okay, type is equal to submit. Like this also you can create the submit buttons, not only using the input tags, but also like this you can give the submit button. Button type is equal to reset and reset. Like this also we can create, and anchor tag buttons also. href is equal to some URL and button class button we have to give. Okay, there are other ways of creating the button. Many ways are there, and one of the way I'm going to try and show you now is a button tag. Let's go here, and here write down HR. And I'll go to the top, guys, better because it's you can see easily on the top. Okay, so I'll try to create a button here using the button tag. HR, I'll write and just button, and here say click me. I'll give the text like click me. Click me is the text. Save this. Save this and go here and refresh the page and see on the top you'll get a button. Click me button you got. Okay. So here there are some attributes like on click that I'll cover later. In the later part of the session, I'll cover where you can create a JavaScript function. You can call a JavaScript function here. Okay. How to call a JavaScript function from this button, I'll tell you. Okay. So like this on click attributes are there. For now, let's not worry about that. Okay. This is one way of creating the buttons. Another way of creating the button is what? Another way of creating the button. Tell me guys, what are the different ways? The second way is like using the input tag. Input type is equal to button. Okay, value, whatever the value that will come as the label of the button. Let's say login. If I give means login button with the name login, it will come. Okay, save this. Refresh here. You see, login button came. Yes, input type is equal to button is the other one. What is the other type we have? What is other type? We can keep trying all the type of buttons, guys. Input type is equal to submit. Submit is the one type, right? Submit. You can give any label, or if you don't give any label, submit will be the label of the button automatically. Refresh here. You see submit button is coming. Submit button is coming. Then go back and create a reset button. How to create a reset button? Input type is equal to just type reset here. Reset. Save this. Come back here. Yeah, we'll try all the stuff. Wait. Okay. Reset button also came. Click me, login, submit, reset button came. Then what are the other buttons we have? You'll see here and try it out. So button we tried, input type. We tried.
Image.
Yes, image, reset. Image is another type. Input type is equal to image, and we have to give the one image source. Let's try to give that. Input type is equal to image. This is another type of button. And here I have to give SRC, right? The source of the image, right? Source of the image, and alternative is optional. It's not compulsory, but you can give the image source. So what I'll do cleverly is that, HTML file 4.html file is where? Here in this batch2 folder, right? There I'll put one image file. The name of the image file will look like a PNG file. Let's see. I'll go to one of my websites like ufox.com. Here, a lot of buttons are there. Let's say Telegram group button is there. I don't know whether I can save this. I'll try to capture the image here. Only this area I'll try to capture. Telegram group and capture this area of the button and save this as tele.png. Go to the downloads location. This is the downloads. Go to the downloads. In the downloads batch 2, where we have that file, I'll write tele.png. Tele.png. Save this. I saved the button. And in the same folder where we have that HTML file, we have that particular image, guys. So we can directly access tele.png. If you write here, that will be okay. Tele.png. Let's see whether that is coming as an image or not. I don't know. I never tried this. This is the first time I'm trying this kind of button. You see, Telegram group button is coming, but it's coming with big size. That's okay. HR, how to reduce the size? So I'll go and ask in ChatGPT how to reduce the size. Image button we were able to create just now. How to reduce its size? Yeah, here style. We have to use the CSS styling, guys. Okay, we have to use CSS styling. Is there any other way? It's the inline CSS. We call this as inline CSS. I'll cover that later. Don't worry. These are CSS styling. Using CSS styling, we have to do that. But for now, the topic is not started yet. Style, okay, 100px, 100px. Still big only, I think so. Refresh here. Okay, it's coming like this. Width should be 100 and height should be 50 only. Let's save this and refresh here. Yeah, it looks better. Now, height should be like 20 and width should be only 50. Let's see what will happen. Refresh. Yeah, it's better, right? You see, this is also a button. This is also a button. We are able to create an image button here. Okay. Now another type of button that we have seen anyhow, we'll try to cover that also. Image button we tried. Type is equal to image. Input type is equal to button type submit, button type reset. I don't have to cover this. Okay. You can also create buttons like the submit button and reset buttons. Okay. Like this button type. So let's see what we can do there. Here I'll say HR. I'll try that. At least when you try, you will get some idea. Button type is equal to submit. Okay. Like this. And here button type is equal to, I don't want to give any in between text. Let's see what will happen. Will it work or not? Let's see. For required only, I'll give the in between text. Save this. Come back here and just refresh this page. Labels are not coming, so it's compulsory to give labels. Submit and reset. Okay. Save this. It's another way of creating the buttons. This matching here somewhere. I didn't give the, you see, closing tag, I didn't give properly. That's the reason. That's kind of mistake is coming. Submit reset buttons we are able to create. And final thing is left out, I guess, guys. That is using the anchor tag buttons. We have to give the class as button in that case. Using anchor tags styled as a button. This method creates a button like behavior using an anchor tag element using. So we have seen this somewhere, right, in the tutorials Ninja application only. When we go to the login page, we have seen a button here having that anchor tag here. If you see, this is the button, inspect that continue button. It looks like it was anchor tag and class is BTN primary, some customized class is there. But here, is there another way like they can give the class tag as button? Let's see whether that will work or not. I don't know, but let's try that out as part of this session. This is the last item, last type of button I'm covering. Button, sorry, anchor tag. Class is equal to anchor tag href is equal to href link. If you want to give any link, you can give, guys. Let's say https://www.qfox.com. I'll give. When I click on the button, I want to go to the that page. Let's see. Anyhow, I'm doing. Then what is the other thing I have to give? Class is equal to button, right? Class is equal to button. I'll give and yeah, save this and see. And see if we are able to create a link button or no. No, I'm not getting any button here. Anchor tag. Here I have to give the label QFox. Let's see. Refresh here. I'm getting the link only, anchor tag link. Class button is not coming. I thought like it will not come. So it's displaying as a hyperlink, not like a button, not like a button on UI. Let's see what it will say. We have to apply the CSS styles, guys. Okay. You see, dot button styling you have to apply. You have to create this and make it part of your HTML code. Maybe you can provide the style tags inside the head section like this. Okay, you can provide that. Don't have to worry what is there here. Save this. Just go here. All CSS I didn't cover for you. I'll cover there. Okay, don't worry. Okay, because that is not covered, you'll not understand. Now it looks like a button. When I click on this button, I'm taken to the qfox.com page. You see how interesting it is, right? I can create this kind of buttons. When you click on the button, they will take you to the websites. Okay. So these are the things about the different stuff, guys. I think I have covered a lot of things today. And we'll leave the remaining things for tomorrow. That is from writing JavaScript code inside the HTML, ID attribute, because in Selenium, we are going to learn about locators where ID attribute is very important, name attribute is very important. So different type of CSS stylings I will cover tomorrow. Then purpose of the class attribute I'll cover with some examples. How to create bookmarks I'll cover. How to create an image map. This is not required. You can escape this. Div container is something we have to read. We have to learn. Span we have to learn. This is not required, but we can see at least. Meta is something we can do. Doc type we can see. Strong we can see. Emphasize we can see. Okay, these are simple items, guys, that we'll cover tomorrow. Any questions? Anyone have any questions from today's session? This is what from my side for today. I think I covered a lot of things today. This much will be more than enough. Meanwhile, you guys can ask me the questions now, guys. Okay. So what I'll do meanwhile is I'll copy all these things, whatever the files I created. Okay. At the end of the sessions, right, I'll have to go to this every time. QFox, local repos. Okay. Then where was our project, guys? Selenium batch 2 is the one. Control V. Any new files, replace the files in the destination. Right click here, and show more options, git bash here. You can ask me the questions, guys, while I do this. You see, there's something like git status. This command prompt will not come by default, guys. Some people were asking me, right, tell me something about this git. At a high level, I'll say, this is the software you have to install, okay? By default in your machine, this git software will not come. If you type git bash software will not come. You have to download and install. Then you will get this kind of options like where a lot of git commands are there. Git status, if you say, means it will give you the status. Okay, these three files are new files. HTML file 3, HTML file 4, tele.png are the new files that from the previous commit, right? Yeah, these files are not uploaded to the cloud repository. Okay, that's what it's saying. Git add dot means this will be going into the staging area. They will be ready to upload. They get ready to upload. Again, if I say status, all these green things are ready to be uploaded to that Google GitHub cloud repo. And here, when you attend some programs, right, like, Kaun Banega Crorepati or how to become a millionaire, they'll ask you the questions, right? Are you sure? They'll ask, right? They'll not direct your answer and, commit your answer directly. So here they'll ask you, is this your final decision? Okay, like this. Git commit -m. You have to give that. Okay. Today is what, guys? 2nd May, HTML part 4, I think so. If I remember it correctly, HTML May part 4 final presenter. Some name I'm giving where this commit message will come. I'll show you. Git push. Finally, to once committing is done, means you're ready to push to upload the code. Final upload command is that you want to log your answer, let's say in the programs. Good push origin. Here, which branch is there in the GitHub? Main branch. So I have to give main. Okay, that's it. Git push origin main. From this original location, it will go to the main location. Okay, something like that. So this session is planned on this weekend, guys. CI/CD pipeline related session is planned on weekend at 5:30 p.m. So hope that the session will go on and we can clear all. You guys can clear all your doubts. I'll be there also. Fine. I'll just go to the GitHub repo. I'll just go to my GitHub account, github.com. I already have logged into my account, so it will come directly. So here, where is a project that I have created? Okay. Yeah, if I click on this, I'm getting Selenium batch 2. This is a repository. You see, just now I committed something. 2 commits are done. First commit is done like this. HTML part 4. 2nd May, HTML part 4 final. Okay. So in this second commit, what I have done? This is the code I have committed. Okay. This is the code I have committed. These files I have uploaded. Okay. In the first commit, what I have uploaded? The first commit, I uploaded a lot of files. You can see on the left side, these are the list of files I uploaded as per your request. Now go to the repository here. You will find everything there in a single. Okay. If you want to put them inside a folder, everything you can do, guys. Okay. Whatever the changes you do in the local repo, that will happen here. Okay. That will happen here if you want. So if you want all these things as part of the part 4, you can create a folder there. But I'm not going to do that because it's just HTML. Right? Tomorrow it will be done. So maybe we can do one thing. I'll just write this as, I'll do one thing in my local repo. I'll create a folder here. Right click, new. I'll just name this folder as HTML demos. Okay. And all these things I'll provide there. Okay. I'll just move all these files here into the HTML demos. Yeah, it will be there in the HTML demos. Now right click here, show more option. Again, run the same commands. Git status, git add dot, git status, git commit -m. I created some HTML demos folder. Demos folder contains all the files of HTML. Git push origin main. That's it. You will see the reference now. To categorize, I created a folder. Close this and go back here and refresh here. You'll see a folder now. Okay, you will see only HTML demos folder when you go to the repository. When you click on this, you will get all the HTML files inside the HTML demos. Tomorrow, if I explain any other thing related to any other stuff, I can explain that. Okay, fine. So guys, clear? Everyone clear so far? Just type C in the chat box. If you guys are clear and don't have any questions, just type clear in the chat box. If you guys don't have any questions and you are clear, just type C or clear in the chat box, or you can ask me the question still. You have the option to ask me the question still, guys.
Hi, sir. I have a general question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Actually, I joined this Monday, so like I checked all the videos, When it
Okay.
comes to installation, like, is that already covered?
Which one?
Installation like Eclipse and Java, which
No, that is not covered yet. We have not yet,
Okay.
went into Java. Only introduction to Selenium was there. And after the introduction to Selenium, we covered Selenium ID. And after that, we are into HTML. Only basic concepts are there. Okay. So next
Okay.
coming topics will be that. And we have already shared that our plan.
Okay, sure.
Okay. It's not covered that. Whatever the videos you have seen, right, that will be enough. Okay. In that, nowhere I have installed Eclipse, right? That is enough. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. We're in the beginning only, guys. Don't worry, guys. Just watch the videos in your free time. That's enough. And follow my sessions. Okay, you don't have to worry that this is not the first session. These sessions are very easy. And I'm explaining in very, slow format and, this depth level. So don't worry if you are joining. You don't have a feeling like you have joined in between. There's just 5 to 6 or 7 sessions completed. So, and those are also very basic sessions completed. Still you have time. Okay. Still people can join now into the batch. Not a problem. Still they can accommodate. Okay. So fine. So just go to the Google Drive recordings here, guys. Today is the 8th session, right? All these videos, previous videos should try to complete. Okay. Tomorrow, Friday morning, batch 1 session will go on where we are currently at taking screenshots thing. Okay. Taking screenshots related thing is completed. Okay. We'll go to the next topic. We are actually entered into the calendars actually. Handling calendars that we already started. Okay. So we'll continue with the calendars in the tomorrow's morning session, 7 a.m. IST. Batch 2 and batch 1 people both can attend the batch 1 and batch 1 and batch 2 people can attend batch 2. There's no restrictions between the batches. You can join any session any point of time. If you're also interested in parallelly attending the in-middle topics of Selenium, if you're okay, you already have some knowledge of HTML, CSS, core Java, some Selenium knowledge if you have, you can parallelly attend these sessions, guys. You don't have to wait for that. Okay. But if you're joining from beginning, if you want, this evening sessions are enough for you. Okay. So if you want to take advantage of both, you can still take the advantage. Batch 2 people can take the advantage of batch 1 sessions also. You can join in the morning hour, 7 a.m. IST, up to you. Okay. Fine. So I'll just post the things here, like tomorrow session details. Meanwhile, you can ask me any questions, guys.
Arun sir, Sairam here.
Yeah, Sairam.
Sir, when we take the idea attribute, so as of now you took the class attribute, right?
Yes. So I'm going to cover tomorrow for that. Okay. Tomorrow, if you see that we have the ID attribute explanation in detail is there for you. Why attribute we have to take, why name attribute we have to take, in what situations we have to take name attribute, different examples are there. These are very important. I'll cover for you. And also the class attribute is also mentioned here. Okay. When we take the class attribute also is covered for you. Okay. Is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow
Yes,
it will be
yes.
covered for you. Tomorrow is a session where the depth topics related to locators will be covered. Okay. Whatever I covered so far also is important for locators and Selenium automation. Tomorrow ID name, okay, whatever that is required. No one will tell you why we have to use ID, why we have to use name, but I'm going to cover as part of this HTML. When we go to the locators topic, it will become very easy for you because you already understood the use of ID in the HTML. You already understood the use of name in HTML. You already understood the use of class name in HTML. So you'll understand the locators easily. Okay. That will be covered tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions you guys have?
So like we have tags like SVG and path kind of this.
We have tags like
SVG and path.
that is very advanced. SVG, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is very depth topic. That we'll see later. Okay. SVG elements, right? You are talking about SVG elements in HTML.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Graphics related elements, some SVG elements, how to automate them. Okay. For example, this is an SVG element. Okay. SVG circle. Like that, many things are there. Rectangle is there. How to write the SVG element. Some different is there, but automation is also different for them. So we'll discuss this during Selenium automation. Okay. And also we do this kind of thing as part of challenges. I'll add this into the weekend challenge part so that I will cover on weekends. That's a good point. So I'll do one thing, weekend batch. automating SVG elements. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll cover there. Okay. That's an advanced topic. Let's not cover here. So on the weekends, we have automation challenges, right? I already covered this, what do you call that? SVG is not covered it in this one, but on the weekend batch, we covered some other thing, guys. Okay, that is, you see, already locating and automating SVG elements, we already mentioned that here, but we didn't. That mic option on google.com is an SVG element, okay? The graphic is coming, right? If you see this example, if you go to the google.com, so if you want to click on this mic, right, it is not a normal HTML element. If you inspect that, the code written is like the SVG is there, okay? So what is SVG and path, all this stuff we can cover there, okay? SVG path. We'll cover on the weekends, don't worry. Fine?
Yes. So like when I searched in Google like how to write XPath for this SVG and path, so I came across like there is an attribute called local hyphen name.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Like by using that, I can able to identify that path.
Okay, 1 minute. SVG viewer box. Let's see if anything is there I created long back, because I don't remember that I created that. Shadow root and shadow DOM, all those things were covered, but SVG elements, yeah, here it is there. SVG elements are supported by Selectors Hub. Okay.
Yes.
So if you Selectors Hub add-on, right, then you can inspect them. For example, let's go to google.com. I have the Selectors Hub add-on already installed. In your machine, it will not be there. I'll cover this as part of Locators topic. Don't worry. Selectors Hub add-on. Okay. Let's try to inspect this mic option. And just come back here and go here and type Selectors Hub. Okay, it's an SVG element. Clearly, it's saying it's an SVG element. This is an SVG element and doesn't support standard XPath format. Okay, so we have to use path element, right? Relative CSS path. Okay, relative XPath. It not, Okay. Okay.
So if you write XPath for that, like identify that element by using local name, we can identify that.
Okay. Okay, they are taking to this page actually, but I'll try to refer my old video. Okay, and then I can.
Okay. Sure.
Or else, meanwhile, the notes are also there. Default dev tools can't, I'll do one thing. Anyhow, you asked me the question, right? Like, right click here, inspect here. I'll try to go to that video once. Just give me a second. You'll have some solution. I did that, but it's long back I did, so I forgot. Okay. Our note is also there. Copy these notes and open that. How to automate the SVG elements. The notes will come. SVG is a language for describing 2D graphics. Default dev tools can't generate proper locators for SVG elements, but Selectors Hub can generate correct locators for SVG elements. How? It's not specified there. I just didn't write the notes there. Let me see here anywhere. 1 minute. Let me see together. Dev tools cannot do that. And 1 minute. Settings. Where is this quality option? Okay. This will not get you the quality. That's okay. It's not normal YouTube video. So, okay. SVG element is coming. Selectors Hub. Copy the relative XPath. Copy that relative XPath we are taking. Selectors Hub. It's giving you this XPath expression. Okay.
Yes.
Where /a href twitter.com test project IO local hyphen
Local
name. You are telling you me, right? Okay. by using
sir.
local. Okay. Yes. Is equal to SVG. If you write, then it will come.
Yes.
Okay. I
Thank
mean,
you.
at the end of this XPath, we have to give, in order to locate that SVG element, we have to give asterisk local hyphen name is equal to SVG, right?
SVG.
Simple.
Yes, sir.
Manually
Hello?
also, I think manually.
Arun?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, yes. I can hear you.
Arun? Arun?
Let's check, tell me.
Yeah. Is your session over that so that I can
Yeah, the session is over. You can ask me, people are asking me the doubts, okay? Random
okay.
doubts.
Is there I can I leave? I have some all
Yeah, you can leave. If you want, you can leave, no problem. Okay.
yeah, okay.
The people are asking
Yeah,
me the
yeah.
doubts. Whoever is having the doubts, they can stay. Whoever don't have any doubts, you can leave, guys. Okay. Only the people who have the doubts are want to listen to the other people doubts. You can stay there here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Right, thank you, Varun. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. And if you go to the Selector Sub website, selectorsub.com, and come back here and click on practice page. Click on the practice page. There will be some SVG elements I have seen somewhere. I don't remember exactly where they are. Inside Shadow DOM it is. Okay, it's very complex. SVG element in HTML. Okay, so this is an SVG element. Right click here, select inspect option. We'll get the HTML code for that. So this is an SVG element. So to locate that SVG element, what we have to do? We have to take the help of other element. Here, I'll create an XPath. I have not covered XPath for anyone. Just as part of doubts, I'm clearing this. Let's try this out to locate the SVG elements. Okay, under this somewhere here we have SVG double forward slash SVG. It's not coming, right?
That's a / star.
Yes, star, circular brackets, local
Name hyphen
hyphen name, or what was that?
hyphen name, sir. Hyphen
Name, right?
name parenthesis open and close equal to single
Yes.
inverted commas SVG.
Locating 1 of 8.
Yeah.
Total 8 elements are there, it seems like.
So it's like if we place one in that bracket, like it will identify one out of.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Or we can do one. Still it is coming. So circular brackets we can write. And then mention one. Okay. That's
Okay.
it. Locating. Right? This is what you are asking,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes.
SVG elements. Scalable vector graphics. Okay. They can be scalable.
Okay.
Fine. So one of the
Thank you,
main,
sir.
someone asks you what is a correct example of SVG elements. You can give this example. This mic option is an SVG element. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
So locators, when we go to locators, we'll solve. We'll also look into that. And thanks for bringing on to the point. Okay. So beforehand, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone have any questions? Guys, anyone have any other questions? Type no in the chat box if you don't have any questions. Okay, fine then. Looks like no one is having any questions. So final call, any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, yeah, welcome Nigora. Thanks for attending. Thanks for attending everyone. Thank you, Vishnu. Welcome, Vishnu. Yeah, welcome, Monica. Yeah, that's all for today, guys. We can leave now. Okay. So I'll post the remaining things into the WhatsApp group and the Telegram groups. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you.